Shalom, your praises, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yashai. Shalom Chakadash, the bounce of the apostles, GMS, shalom to the brothers pushing this word out. But willing, real quick, I'm gonna make this video. Last night, this little evangelist guy, so-called evangelist guy, came to my window. I was in the car trying to preach that Jesus thing. I knew I should have left that shit alone, but I wanted to have a little fun, so I was like, fuck it, whatever. I'm gonna teach him a little bit. And of course, he over talked me a lot, but because he talking about, give your life to God, give your life to God and all that. I asked him, like, what's the Most High's name? And he said God, of course, and I told him, like, God is not a name, that's a title, you feel me? Like, just like if I have a dog, you know what I'm saying, my dog name is not dog, like, that's what it is, it's a dog, but what's his name? You can name, you name it Jade or whatever name you give it, but dog is a fucking title. It's not a, it's what it is. And God is what he is. He's the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You can call him God. You can call him Most High, but that's not his name. And he try to, of course, play it off like, the name of the Lord ain't really important. When he quoted it himself. He said, no other name given under heaven. So, you know what I'm saying? That one, talking about Yahweh Shai, so that's important too. Yahweh Shai's name is important too. But what scripture says that that pretty much you gotta real quick. If you want to be saved, because he talking about you saved, or he said you born again, whatever. But them Christians say saved and stuff like that. If you want to be saved, how do you be saved? This is Acts 2:21, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Okay? So, you want to be saved, you got to know the name of the Lord. That's very important. All right? Romans 10:13, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Okay? And I believe they quote in Joel too, I believe. I know it's in Joel somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But that's important. The name is very important. All right? And like the scripture says in Exodus, what is that, 20 with the 10 commandments? He says, take not the name of the Lord in vain. In vain means worthless. Saying goddamn is not taking the Lord's name in vain. First of all, God is not his name, like I said. You know what I'm saying? Taking the Lord's name in vain means you just saying it doesn't matter. Or I don't care, call him whatever you want. Disrespecting his name, so on and so forth. He wants you to get his name right, and he wants you to say it. I don't give a fuck what language you speak. You can speak, you know what I'm saying, English, whatever. You gonna speak, when you speak his name, you can speak everything in English or everything in Spanish, but when you say his name, you're supposed to say it in Hebrew. Alright? That's the language of the angels, man. That's a holy tongue. You want to be holy, don't you? So call upon him on his holy name. Alright? You know what I'm saying? Each tomorrow, your name, you can translate. No, man. We're not about to do that shit, man. You can translate other names because, their names don't really mean, John, whatever. You don't got to say that in Hebrew because that's not the name we got to call upon. When you call upon the name of Yahweh and the name of his son, Yahweh Shai, you need to keep it in that language. Alright? The Lord is a very particular God. He don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the scriptures, he gives men different instructions. When he gave the instructions for the temple, how they should be built, how the law, all these things, everything was particular. It wasn't or you can just make it, you can just design it the way you want. No, he said, no, this is how you do it, specifically. And if you get it wrong, then that's not right. All right? You people need to start really putting respect on Yahweh Shemel Shai, because he's not somebody just to play with. You're not somebody you can just come in and just do whatever the hell you want. You know what I'm saying? He's not a goddamn substitute teacher. You know how niggas treat substitute teachers. They think, you can come in, you can just completely disrespect them. You don't have to do no work. Nah. Alright? Now, and also he said too that because he quoted the Exodus where it says that that men did not know the name of the Lord at that time. They didn't know the Lord by his name. Now, at that time, the Israelites, they knew the name of the Lord, but they pretty much forgot it. because they was in slavery, just like today. You know what I'm saying? We knew the name of the Lord when we was on slave ships. You know, there was accounts of us calling upon the name of the Lord. The Native Americans was calling upon the name of the Lord, and then sometimes it would kind of change, you know. But either way, people still knew the name of the Lord. But by time, people forgot because during slavery, process of time during slavery, people forgot about the name of the Lord. People forgot about the Lord. Period. But some people still remember the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They were speaking Hebrew on the slave ships. They was, singing songs to the Lord. They were speaking about the chariots coming down, so they knew. But then eventually they forgot. You know what I'm saying? Through the process of time, just like in the time of Exodus, right? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't well known at that time, right? Because for a long time the Lord just let Egypt do what they do with them. You know what I'm saying? He said at the only times we knew the name of the Lord is when the Most High gave it to Moses, and that's not true. Because he told me Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob did not know the name of the Lord, which that's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Let me see. Let's go to Abraham first. Genesis 13:4. It says, "Unto the place of the altar which he had made there at the first, and there Abram, which we know Abram, his name got changed to Abraham. Okay, called on the name of Yahweh." So that tells you right there he knew the name of the Lord. Okay, and then Jacob had to know the name of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And I believe his wife named Judah, because his fourth son was named Judah, right? So what does Judah mean? In the ancient Hebrew, it's Yahweh Duh, which is Yahweh thanks, Yahweh praise. You know what I'm saying? So he literally got the Most High's name in it, in his name. So obviously they knew upon the name of the Lord. All right, and I believe one of their wives, it was either Isaac. I believe it was Jacob's wife again. She they said that she called upon. No, was it Rebecca? I think when she had uh Jacob and Jacob and let me see. She called upon the name of the Lord. Let me see. Hold on. Uh, okay, so like I thought she said the name of the Lord, but I guess she didn't. But still, obviously they knew, because if Abraham knew, then he would have told his sons, obviously. But anyways, but also even way before that, even in the book of let's go to even in the time of Adam, really, they knew the name of the Lord. This is Genesis 4:26. It says, and to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began men to call upon the name of Yahweh. See, so even all the way before Moses and so on and so forth, they knew the name of the Lord. Okay, and the Lord had his name from the very beginning, and even today, the Lord, he's able to do that. He's able to preserve his name, and he will, and he did. Okay, so if you really want to be saved, you gotta call upon the name of the Lord, man. It's that important. It's not just about, oh, I accept Jesus in my heart. It's more than that, man. Alright, it's very important. You gotta be born again, but you gotta that comes with knowing the name of the Lord. Alright, you can't just come into a relationship with Yahweh Shemel Shah and just not know his fucking name. That doesn't make any sense. That's like saying you have because the scripture says that this truth make you a friend of God. How the fuck you gonna be somebody's friend and you don't even know their name? This is your best friend. You see him every day. You trust this man with your fucking life. You trust the Lord with your life, don't you? Every day you praying to him, but you don't know his fucking name. Not fucking slack, but you don't know his name. That doesn't make no sense. That doesn't make no sense. All right. The name is important, so remember that. All right. So with that, hope is edifying. Give all praises and glory to Yahweh Shem Shabbat Shem Chabadash, the balance of the apostles, GMS, and Shalom to the brothers in this world. I'm going to say Shalom.